to MMA MADE, the best MMA show around the world. Mighty Devin Debo Taylor.
You know, honestly, it's like I don't even get pumped up anymore.
You shouldn't.
Like you don't even make it a challenge. Like,
Yeah.
at this point, the people are like, Debo's champ. Mighty's gonna talk, run his mouth.
Everyone that watched the show last week,
they're gonna talk about
they know that I had to take a chance and take Kung Lee. We both picked every single fighter the same.
You know who you could have picked?
Yeah, I should have picked.
You should have picked my boy.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter now because we get to sacrifice you today. How do you want to die? I mean, I was gonna do like this Twitter poll.
Here's the thing. Here's another thing. Okay.
Please enlighten me.
I'm sorry that I pick fighters and I pick correctly and you don't. And I don't know how that makes you mad and you want to sacrifice me.
The fight that was picked for that
exactly
was the main event.
And I see you on Twitter. Oh, if RDA wins, I'm sacrificing Debo. That doesn't make any sense.
It does. It really does.
It really doesn't.
The fans want to see a sacrifice, and you make sense.
You don't sacrifice the champ, though.
Really?
Yeah. You sacrifice the guy who's expendable.
Well, that's you.
And you were in Expendables 3, my friend. You were in the back, like you. I'm not saying it was like you weren't looking at you. You're like, I'm expendable.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get into the show.
Wait.
Whoa, what?
You didn't say it.
I did say, I said, let's get into the show.
Before that, we can't start unless they know who.
I said Devin Debo Taylor, Mighty, the champion.
That's it.
This week, that's it. That's
and
it.
the last how many weeks?
I don't care. We ain't talking about the past. We're talking about the present.
Okay.
Actually, we're not talking about the present. Let's talk about the future.
I just want the people to know.
Oh, God.
You know, so that because sometimes they're watching like who's the champ. Some new people, like they won't always know. All the old people are gonna be like, I'm sure Devin's the champ.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Debo's the champ. But
you know what? It's unlike the organizations for title holders where it's hard to keep the belt. Here, it's easy to keep the belt. It's hard to get the belt. So once it comes back over here, I'm playing strategy, bro. I'm playing strategy.
You tried.
I remember.
But see, that's what you did last season.
This is chess, not checkers. And last season, I held the title for quite some time.
Yeah,
yes, I did.
I'll give you that. I made a lot of personal picks. I made a lot of personal picks, like you're hoping I do this week, which might not happen.
But we'll see. So actually, we're gonna get into last week's fights, twofer. UFC Fight Night Macau, China. UFC Fight Night Tulsa, Oklahoma.
How'd those go for you?
Yeah, it went pretty good. Actually,
Are we good?
The fights, I don't even know what happened in China. I mean, just the whole card. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, a lot of local fighters, a lot of the Ultimate Fighter China stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they had all this hype around because of one of the two guys in the Ultimate Fighter China getting injured. They didn't get to fight for the Ultimate Fighter title back then.
Crazy boring.
It was. It was like all this hype, and it was bad. It was bad. And then, unfortunately, our boy Badger didn't go right for him. And it was just like it was just bad to watch because it was just the guy was really good at grappling, but that was it. He just didn't have anything else. You know what I mean? And then, but Woodley. We picked it. Did we not? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Are you going to claim everybody that wins is just like you picked it no matter what?
Well, I'm the champ, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
All right.
As the champ.
That's how it is.
I get the winners, and you get the losers.
Okay.
That's how it goes. Like, you can take credit for all the losers.
No, thanks. So, Tyron made a statement, came out, put some hurt on the stun gun.
He really did.
Yeah.
He really did.
What your boy, man? Because the stun gun was kind of your boy before.
He was not my boy. If I see him, actually, I'm kicking him in the nuts. Because that's what, I didn't have money. I had a big bet on him, and he lost.
He did lose. 2, my boy Condit.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Hey,
do.
I haven't seen him in a while. Where's he been?
Yeah, he's in rehab, man.
Oh, he's in rehab.
Yeah. Actually, he was just over with Who was he with? He was with somebody doing like some Q&A stuff.
Like Stephen Hawking and roll around in a
Yeah,
wheelchair
you know,
kind of thing?
like Joe from Family Guy.
Okay, cool. He was with Joe.
Main event.
How was that? Did you pick?
Hey, I'll say it right now.
Did you pick the main event?
Yeah, I did pick the main event.
Oh, who'd you pick?
I picked Bisbang.
You picked Bisbee?
I picked Bisbang. And then I had to switch it back to Kung Lee.
So
that's the only way I had a chance of getting the belt.
And it still didn't work.
It still didn't work, but I honestly...
It's like you're not supposed to have the belt. At this point, the people, they're feeling like, you know what? They gotta stop believing in you. Like, you are like Santa, and they keep like...
Is it because I got the beard? I'm Santa? Is that what it is?
Kind of looking like Santa right now. And they keep putting those cookies out.
Oh, speaking of, you know what I can't say? You are a ho-ho-ho. So yeah, it's kind of like Santa.
That's hurtful. That's hurtful.
I'm sorry.
That was a personal attack.
It was
It had
so
nothing
personal.
to do with MMA.
It was so personal. You know what? God, in retrospect, I wish that I switched my pick with those anchos instead of Kung Lee. Dude, I gotta say though, Bisbang, he looked good.
Oh my gosh.
He looked good.
And I'm gonna be honest, you tried saying that, and I watched the fight again. I said I have to watch it again because you were Bisbee looked really good. And I watched the fight again. No.
Really?
No, I did not think he looked good.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's pure haterade you're drinking.
No, it really isn't. I think Kung Lee was winning that fight the first round, maybe the round one and a little bit of round two. And it's not until his eyes really start to close that, I mean, he was landing a lot of shots to the gut. And Bisbee admitted it. Like in the third round, he's got his hands heavy, can't breathe.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who, middle of the second round is basically blind. And he does. Bisbee hits him with a clean shot to the eye. And, you see he can't see out of one eye.
Yeah.
And so if the opponent can't see out of one eye and you still can't finish him for another like 3 rounds, yeah, you're not good.
I feel a little bit of hate there. Just
it's not hate. It's just
a little bit.
I'm tired of people on his jog and thinking he's good and him thinking he's good. He's win-lose for the last, 6 fights?
Something
And
like that.
what's his most impressive win? Oh, wait. Please let me know his most impressive win.
When he beat Kung Lee.
Exactly. He beat a 42-year-old Kung Lee. That's his most impressive win to date. He's not that good of a fighter. He just isn't.
Okay.
You can call him a gatekeeper, maybe, because the really good guys knock him out. So, gatekeeper.
Oh, well, there you go. You heard Debo. He broke it down.
Yeah, how you like that, Bisbing?
All right, moving forward, getting past the China card, going back to America in Oklahoma. That's definitely home of the red man.
That's definitely America.
America. Actually, I'm going to tie that in because I'm actually part Choctaw Indian, which is Oklahoma is a Choctaw. Original Choctaw territory.
Okay, so that's like your peoples.
It's like my peoples right there.
Okay.
Which is surprising having Native American blood in me to be able to grow a beard, but see, that's where that Russian blood comes in. The Ruski get to grow that beard. Anyways, off subject.
A little bit.
I don't know. I just felt... I don't know if I just wasn't focused and maybe it was lack of sleep from being up so damn early watching the fight in China and then, having a full day and then watching the fight later. But the fights really just didn't have my attention, except for when Benson got hurt. Then I was like, wow, that was a shock.
I mean, that was a huge upset.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a legit, I think it was like plus 310 and like minus 420 or something like that.
It was pretty off.
Or minus 420 to plus 310. I mean, it was a big upset. And do you think it was a good stoppage?
Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna do? He's gonna let him hit him a couple more times? I know they say Benson was a previous champion, and the thing is you're gonna have the Bendo lovers come in and they're gonna say, hey, too early, right? And the RDA fans are gonna be like, nah, man, he knocked him out. Me, honestly, I like both fighters. I'm not necessarily like a fanboy of either. We both have our fighters that we follow and like, and I actually like both these fighters, but I wouldn't say that I'm like a fanatic for either. Now, I thought the stoppage was just.
You know, I was actually, because I was reading kind of online a lot of, hate or, oh man, they stopped too early, he was back up, and he said he was fine, and whoop-de-whoop. And there's a couple other, I was kind of on that page a little bit. I said, oh, maybe it was early, because you see kind of in his eyes that, he kind of is somewhat back. Looks like he's looking off in the distance, but his eyes are kind of open, so you think maybe he was out, or maybe he was back in it. But then I started watching a couple of other fights, and, there have been some really good Big John stoppages where guys get dropped, and he protects them from taking any more additional shots.
Yeah.
And
that's what he's there for.
That's what he's there for. I mean, if you get, flash KO'd or KO'd or, the ref's job is to stop you from taking like 3 or 4 more heads just bouncing off the mat.
Exactly.
And that's the position he was in.
And let's put this into even a greater perspective here. This is going to blow your mind. You're talking about somebody in the octagon that has been there longer than any current UFC employee, whether it's management, ownership, fighter. There's nobody that's been. He was there at UFC 1. I think he has a little bit of experience, and he knows when he's going to have to come in and help a fighter out.
MMA fighter himself.
Yeah.
Black belt.
Yeah.
This is he was doing Toyota Tundra commercials for a while. Like, he is a big name, the most recognized referee in all of mixed martial arts. And if Big John McCarthy stops it,
it's probably legit.
Don't complain.
I mean, there's going to be, everyone makes mistakes, right? And then obviously, he's there to make sure the fighter's safe, and it's his discretion.
And he's owned up to a couple of mistakes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not perfect. That's like anybody else. He's human. But as far as this particular fight, I think it was just. Yeah, I mean, when you get dropped like that, and he wasn't going anywhere. RDA is going to be on top of him. And it's just going to hurt him more, and potentially, get him injured, get him out of the gym for a while, for whatever. And let's put in, in this perspective as well. This loss really is not going to hurt Bindo in the the greater picture. That's only his 4th loss. He's only lost to 3 people. He's lost to Pettis twice, now RDA, and I believe his other losses to Varner back in the WEC. He's got way more wins than losses. And RDA is now, what does that make that? 6 or 7 fights in the last 8 that I think it's 7 in the last 8 that he's
7
won.
out of 8. Yeah, so, I mean, he's on a huge streak. And, Benson will be back. Benson's a big name in the UFC. No danger for him. And he just, obviously has some things he's got to work on.
Yeah.
Because he was getting lit up in that fight. It wasn't a close fight, and, he was getting worked.
Yeah.
So
I was actually, as soon as the first bell rang, well, there was only 1 round, but as soon as the bell rang and it came out within like 30 seconds or probably 20 seconds, I could just tell RDA, man, I was like, wow, this is not going to be good for Bindo.
Yeah, all of a sudden you were realizing you should change that pick.
Yeah, I was like, damn it, I should have taken RDA instead of Cunley.
Yeah, and I was thinking, why didn't I support my boy?
Yeah, exactly.
I know I love me small game, but I did say that was my boy, and I did say I'd be happy if he won. And I was. Okay,
so with that being said, let's just get right into it. This Saturday, UFC 177.
In our backyard.
In the backyard, up north, we've got the rematch. The one that I wasn't real happy about when it happened. I'm still not super excited for it, honestly, just because of the way the first fight went. But please, I hope it is competitive. TJ Dillashaw, Renan Barão. Who do you got?
As the champ, I'm going to let you take this one.
I'm going to take TJ because he put on a clinic the first fight. It wasn't even competitive. And I said this from Jump Street that there shouldn't even been a rematch, but Renan Barão, 9-year streak, blah, blah, blah. I get it, but damn it, dude. It was bad. All I can say is I hope I am wrong, or at least a competitive fight. I do not want to see, I don't care if you're a champ another week, I don't want to see another fight like we saw a few months ago. I don't want a repeat of that.
Okay, so just real quick, people. I could really be a tool and pick TJ Dillashaw because I think, here's honest opinion, I think he wins this fight.
And those are your boys like Jose and Renan are your points.
It's just the thing, you know. I mean, you watch that first fight, and
so you don't think he's gonna come back?
Dwayne Ludwig gets full credit because T.J. Dillashaw did not have that ability before. He was not that skilled. So he's now that fighter. I mean, based on his last fight, he's gained this stand up to this level, and what has changed from then to now? You know, you could say, oh, you know, Barao has a focus.
He's got a fire.
He's got a fire
under his ass.
Unless he can throw the fire, and he's got magical powers now. So I really do see that T.J. Dillashaw should win this fight. And if I had money on it, I'd put it on T.J. Dillashaw.
So you're taking T.J.
But you know what? I got a bad shoulder.
Okay. You want to lighten up the load?
I kind of want to lighten the load. Barao is my boy. I want him to win. I don't see it happening. But I'll take Barao.
All right, I respect that. Just
because I'm you start to feel bad, like your little brother, and you just keep beating on him, and you know the worst thing, my older brother, every now and then he let me win a Street Fighter, and I used to hate it even more.
You know what we're gonna have?
We're
gonna have a night where we film of us playing Street Fighter, just so I can feel better about all these. I'll play with my feet, and beat you, brother. I'll put you in the perfect. Really?
Not with your feet.
We're gonna play.
Okay, you use your feet,
and I will play. I'm talking because
you can use.
I'll use my feet.
Okay.
And I'll beat you.
Okay.
This is gonna happen. We're gonna film this, and I'm talking Super Nintendo. I'm talking old school. I'm talking 16-bit.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you know the gray one, hella old one. Yeah, we're going
See,
there.
I was a Sega kid, so I had the Sega version, and I think the joystick is a little different, but we'll see. I'm just saying I might have to use it as an excuse if he beats me with his feet, because that's embarrassing.
It will be embarrassing. It will be. Anyways, you know, there's just not a lot of other mentionable fights. I feel bad. I know Danny Castillo's the co-main event. I know Shannon Baszler's on there, and still they have so many tickets left.
They're not selling out.
This fight is 5 days away, and it's bad.
Well, I mean, is it? You think it's just because T.J. Dillashaw everyone's expecting him to win again?
No, I just think that
it's not a great card.
It's not a great card. What the hell is in the studio, dude? It's like a fly flying around.
That's not good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I'm trying to give you the belt, so there's nothing else you can really do. How mad will you be if Barao wins?
If it's a good fight, I will not be mad.
If Barao walks in, hits him with one, and drops him, will you cry a little bit?
No, because I mean, I'm not a Dillashaw fan.
He'll
really.
cry a little bit. Knowing that you just can't have the belt. Knowing that I tried to give you the belt and it still didn't happen, will you cry? I want to.
You want me to cry? Is that what it is?
Like a little bit, like one tear.
Maybe. Anyways, that's it for tonight. That's the show. We're done. It went quick. Devin Debo Chandler. I can't even say it.
Say it again. Say it.
Devin Debo Taylor, the current champion for this week.
Okay.
Mighty. Have a great night. See you guys later.